Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Flick Geeks. I'm your host, Johnny D, and as always, from the Here Today, God Tomorrow podcast, Carlos Barajas.
Declaring war on everyone.
And good segue, we are going to be reviewing Drafthouse Film's I Declare War. It just came out August 30th, and it actually won the Audience Award at the 2012 Fantastic Fest.
And it was an official selection of the Toronto International Film Festival.
It was. And it's been getting a lot of critical acclaim, and I'm actually surprised it hasn't got a lot of shit for it, because since we saw the film, and if you can't see it in the trailer in the background, there's kids with guns, and they're shooting each other, and
Not just a gorilla song.
it's what?
Kids with guns.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, basically, but it's all in the imagination of these kids, correct?
Yeah. When I first saw it, it starts with, the kids shooting, the blood and everywhere. I was like, oh dang, they're really killing. Is this like Battle Royale, like kids are killing? No, it's in their mind. They're using their imagination.
Talk to the audience right there.
Little bit of both, man. So it's really in their imagination.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not encouraging kids to like have real guns and go out there. If anything, it's encouraging kids to use their imagination.
True. But the Republican families.
So some of the
guns.
kids end up going a little too far. I don't want to spoil anything of the movie.
Shouldn't spoil, because this movie's actually really good.
You really should go watch this movie. I did enjoy a lot of the characters. Skinner, the character of
Skinner's a dick.
He's a very disturbing.
He's an asshole, but
villain.
But I understand. I can kind of.
Were you Skinner growing up? Is that it? Because everyone was someone. They say everyone was someone here. Were you Skinner when you were a kid?
Kind of. I mean, I think that goes with a lot of fat kids. I'm sorry to say, but look at me. I'm not really the skinniest kid on the block, but
would you say our buddy Tommy? Would you know who his role was?
Our friend Tommy, that we don't really talk about on Flick Geeks, but he is part of Flick Geeks in many ways or another.
Right.
Yes, but no, come on.
He's not that guy.
No, he's not the guy that's.
He's totally a PK.
He's totally
He will sell you out for the draw.
No. Our friend's a good guy. He's a good guy. No, Skinner is kind of like I said. He's the fat kid that wants to.
He's the fat kid who's a loner, who's just got tired of being the last kid picked last. This
loser.
is time for him to get his revenge.
Mm-hmm. So
Kid needs therapy.
He's trying to prove himself. He thinks he's trying to prove himself to be on top, but he's making himself look like a bitch.
You have the religious altar boy. You have the girl. There are different types of characters.
That bark means there's also a dog in the movie, right?
There is a dog in the movie. He's actually one of my favorite characters in this film.
Which is kind of odd because basically you have to see the movie. You really have to see the movie to understand what the fuck he's talking about.
Look out for a dog. It's one of my favorite characters. Also, this movie, like I told you, I equate it to a combination of Bridge to Terabithia meets Platoon.
Okay, but I think we discussed this before we recorded, but you did not like Bridge to Terabithia.
No, because.
But why
am I making that analogy?
Yeah, why are you mixing the film with this film?
Well, with Platoon, you got the heavy military war film. War is gritty, war is hell. It brings the worst out of people and stuff, which you do have in this film. But much like Bridge to Terabithia, where it showed children playing with their imagination and fantasy through their eyes of their minds. It's not really there. That's what this movie has. It does show the grittiness of war and everything, but it's all in their mind. They don't have real guns. They don't have real grenades. They don't have real bazookas. It's all an illusion. But the way the film shows it, you almost end up always forgetting that these aren't really there. And you're going into the world of fantasy and make-believe, and it handles it very well. It's a very interesting war film.
Right.
Honestly.
This whole dramatic subplot. The plot of the film is a group of 12-year-olds engage in a lively game and capture the flag.
Right. And some end up going a little too far.
Yes, and you will find out when you see the movie.
Right.
It's been available on VOD for like a month or two already, but like I said, it just came out in theaters. Well, yesterday when we recorded this, it's yesterday, August 30th. But I mean, you can go to drafthousefilms.com/film/I-declare-war. I know, just fucking Google it, please. But you can actually check the theaters that are playing this film because it's limited release, and yeah, of course, like AMC or any of those places are not gonna like show it. It's mainly gonna be, of course, the Alamo Drafthouse, probably the New Art Theater in Santa Monica, and a few other places in New York, LA, Austin, Texas, and like in and around the United States. But I mean, I think the kids did a fantastic job. I mean, all of them really put their hearts into this.
I'd like to see more of this. More from these actors and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they're all really good actors, actually.
Also, it was a really good movie. I recommend this.
I mean,
especially if you like war films.
I mean, but here's the thing: I don't like war films. The only war film I actually do like is Full Metal Jacket.
Well,
so
that's an interesting one because much like this, it shows the grittiness and ugliness of war. Full Metal Jacket war films aren't supposed to encourage war. The purpose of an actual good war film isn't supposed to be like, yeah, war is awesome, we gotta go do some battle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. A good war film shows you the ugliness of war, the grittiness of war, to the point where you're like, war is bitter, war is destructive, war breaks up friendships, war brings out the worst in people. Full Metal Jacket was a good example of this. And you know what? This childish game of Capture the Flag does that. It brings just that out.
It does. I mean,
it really ends up, at the end, I would say, questioning a lot of these children's friendships and their values.
Again, and I want to go back to the actors that, I mean, they're all like in their, like, they're all before, like, they're tweens, basically. They're all tweens, and they sell it. They sell the movie to you because they make you feel like they're really going through some tough shit. You know, even they're fucking 12. They haven't even reached puberty yet.
Right. They make you you know what? That some people may say like, oh, some of these kids don't sound like kids. No, I think they sound exactly like teenagers. I have a lot of younger cousins. They sound a lot like teenagers, including that one kid who always makes awkward questions. I met that kid. I know that
Joker,
kid.
right?
I was that kid when I was his age, you know?
Yeah.
These are actual people. Don't say like, oh, no one talks like this.
Because there are moments that they're like, you know, that they talk like they're, you know, in their 30s, like going to war. But then there's those scenes where there's those lines that one of the General PK. He's like, you know, I got this. No, you don't. Like they kind of have this little, like, you know, little 12-year-old tantrums.
He's quite aware. I just want to emphasize for parents out there, this is not a family film. This is not a family film. Just because they're children, this is not meant for children. So
yeah, I mean,
this is clearly a rated R film.
It's not even R. That's the thing. It's actually not rated.
It's not rated, but if you have to get a rating, it's going to be an R.
Yeah.
Due to language and violence.
Yeah. So I mean, even the violence.
There is no sex, so don't worry about that.
No, there is no sex.
The violence per se, while you don't really see anyone die, there is a lot of gunplay, there's a lot of explosions, and there's a lot of foul language.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Warning to parents out there who see kids in this trailer and think, like, this could be good for the family. No.
But if you are a demented family, Republicans, you guys are, you know, come on, really, come on.
So, ample warning, it's, this is clearly for adults over the age of, anyone over the age of 17 who want to see an interesting, movie about the toll of war and everything.
True.
And told through the eyes of children. Watch this movie.
Yeah, basically. I mean, so as your rating, what would you rate it?
I would give it a good 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? I was gonna say to 10, but I mean.
Oh well.
But I guess a 5, 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
that gets me too. 4 out of 5. Because I mean, like I said, I mean it's a very good film. They don't the kids don't overdo it, you know, to like hamming it up. You actually, like I said, the actors do sell the movie. They do sell it like they're really in pain, or like their friendship is being torn apart, and it's really good. Like I said, it's a very well made film. It's well shot, well edited. What else? What else is good about the movie?
I think you said it all.
I think I said it all. Alright, so I guess that could be it. So 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5. That is it for this week's small little video review. So go see I Declare War. It's in limited release right now. Go to drafthouseFilms.com/film/I-declare-war, or just Google I Declare War, and you can find out where the movie is playing in your city. But you can also watch it on VOD also. And it's still playing on iTunes and all those other places. DirecTV, Dish, whatever. But yeah, so go to facebook.com/flickgeeks, flickgeeks.tumblr.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram @flickgeeks. You have anything?
Find us on iTunes at FlickGeeks.
Yeah, subscribe to Flick Geeks on iTunes. Myself, Carlos, and Arlene, who is not here, but she's here in spirit, I think. But so we all three of us do a podcast, so definitely subscribe to that and give us a rating. And if you have any questions, go to flickgeeks@gmail.com. We'll try to put it on down here. And that should do it for this week. Next time we're going to be reviewing Rewind This. I always get that tongue tied for some reason.
You can't roll real hard.
Yeah, Rewind This. That's Rewind. Damn it.
Rewind This.
Anyways, we're going to be reviewing the documentary Rewind This, which came out September 10th, which is coming out September 10th on all digital platforms. Hopefully we'll get a review in before then. But until then, Johnny D from, I almost said from the Here Today Gone Tomorrow podcast, but Johnny D from Flick Geeks.
Carlos from the Here Today Gone Tomorrow podcast, declaring war on everyone.
Thank you so much for liking this. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for...